What does that even mean, Bowers Game Corner?
Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another game review. And today I'm very excited to check out Smugglers from Cosmos. This is for 2 to 4 players, ages 8 plus. Will take about 30 minutes to play. And in Smugglers, you're going to play as an aspiring smuggler. And you're going to be putting gems into Play-Doh and then trying to get it through little holes in fences and hopefully sneak your candy or vegetables through. Or potentially put smoke bombs in there to steal other people's vegetables or candy. What? What am I talking about? It's light, it's simple, it's family weight, but is it good? Let's open it up and I'll tell you what I think. Alrighty then, we're going to take a look at what you're going to get inside of Smugglers. So first and foremost, we're going to handy dandy rule booklet. It is 7 pages, double-sided, full color. It actually has a lot of comics in it, which is kind of odd. They're really trying to hammer home the theme. But whatever, it's a very well-done rule booklet. It should have you up and running in no time. And also, big thumbs up on the rule booklet. I can also teach you how to play right now because it's a very simple game. So in Smugglers, what you're going to do is you're going to be trying to fit your ball, when you'll make a little ball out of this Play-Doh right here, and you're going to try and fit it through one of these holes. Now, the hole that you're going to be going through will be decided as by the roll of a die. So you're going to be rolling this dice, moving this little pawn right here, then trying to figure out which of these holes you were trying to go through. But you're also going to be putting a gem inside of your ball, because that is how you're going to gain points and win the game. What am I talking about? Let's go over the components, and then we'll get into the gameplay. So first and foremost, you're going to construct this little board right here. It's very simple. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. You'll be able to put together in like 10 seconds. Next, you're also going to construct this little scale right here. This is really just to tell you which of the balls are bigger, because you're trying to get the largest ball you can through the hole while still making it through the hole. There's a unique little push your luck aspect there that I like a good deal. Next, you're going to have this little sand timer. This is how much time you are going to have to construct your ball. You're going to have this board over here. We'll talk about this board in a second. And then you're going to have behind your little shield right here 3 gems. You're going to have a red gem, which means you're trying to earn the red tiles, which are candy. You're going to have yellow gems, which means you're trying to trying to get the, you guessed it, yellow tiles so that you can earn vegetables. Or you can have the purple tile, which is a smoke bomb, which allows you to steal other people's stuff, which is kind of odd, but hey, whatever. So, the beginning of the game, someone's going to roll the dice. So roll the dice, and we have a 2, which means this is going to move 2 on the track. So, 1, 2. So the hole we are trying to go through is this hole right there. So, someone's going to flip the sand timer, and you now have that much time, everyone does, to try and make a little ball fit through that hole without actually putting it through the hole. You can't even do like this, you can't do that. You're just trying to eyeball it and do it. So, you know what, I'm going to try and smuggle this red one right here, place this down here, and I'm going to roll this up. Now also at the beginning of the game, everyone is supposed to start with either a red or a yellow token, because the game is going to be won immediately by the first person to get to 8 of a particular color. Or 7, excuse me, 7 of a particular color, or 5 of both colors. You also can play the short game, which I do recommend with children. So, time is just about up. Once time has ran out, you can no longer take things away from your ball like that or add things, but you can continue to roll it, because the rounder the ball is, the more likely it is going to go through the hole. So I think this is a good one. So we will now take this over here, we'll roll it up, and we'll see how this goes, and we are a miserable failure. That is not going to get through. Definitely not going to get through, so that would be a bummer. So if that is the case and your ball will not go through, you're going to place it over here in this little cleaning room. This is where you're going to have to clean stuff, aka people are going to potentially investigate you. Now, however, if you do get your ball through, then you're going to go to the bar stool over here. So everyone's going to try and get their ball through. You get 2 attempts to try and get it through. Once that has happened, you're either going to be here or here. Everyone who's over here is now going to see who has the largest ball. Now, depending on the player count, you'll either have somebody in the 1 spot or somebody in the 2 spot, and both of them get to guess, or one of them gets to guess. It's all dependent on the player count, which goes 2, 3, or 4. But essentially what's going to happen is whoever's in this 1 spot right here is going to have the opportunity to try and investigate someone over here. That means that they are going to try and predict what gem they have inside of their little ball. So if someone said, I think you have the red in there, then they would be correct, which means they would actually get my red token. They would get my victory point, so to speak, and I get nothing this round, which is a big bummer. However, if they guessed incorrectly, then I would guess this. Now, that person also being over here means that they automatically earn whatever in their seat. So there is definitely incentive to being over here because you can potentially earn 2 tokens as opposed to 1 token. If you're over here, you might earn 0 tokens. The smoke bomb works a little bit differently. So if the smoke bomb is revealed and someone does not guess that you have the smoke bomb, then you get to steal someone's token. You say, all right, I want your yellow or I want your red. They get to steal one of yours, but they have to place it in front of their little screen right here. And they also have to place their smoke bomb in front of their screen because now they do not have a smoke bomb anymore. So there is a little bit of an aspect there, like, do I wait to use my smoke bomb? Do I want to use it early where no one will predict it? There is a little bit of gaminess there. But anywho, you're going to continue to go rolling the dice until someone, and putting your balls through, until someone has 7 of the specific color or 6 of both colors, or 5 of both colors, at which point they will be the winner of the game. Now, you'll also notice that the die has a 5 and a 6 on it. Those are special numbers. These are definitely very interesting numbers. So if you roll a 5 or a 6, like so, you don't actually move this guy at all. Instead, you just have to craft your ball without knowing the size of the hole. So you're just like, oh man, if it's a 1 or a 2, it's going to be like this small, but if it's a 3 or 4, it might be something big. So then it becomes just a true press your luck. How big are you willing to make your ball game? After you've had the time to make your ball, you're going to roll the dice again, and then you will move it however many numbers that is. So 3, 4, 5, 6, that would be what we were trying to roll through. But anywho, that in a nutshell is what you're going to get inside of Smugglers. Alright then, Smugglers from Cosmos. What are my final thoughts? Let's go for the pros, let's go over the cons. First, on the con side, game's not going to be for everybody for a variety of different reasons. First and foremost, the game is 2 to 4 players, or restricted player count. Also, it does get repetitive. You're going to do the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again. There's no real strategy in this game whatsoever, aside from maybe paying attention to what other people have taken, when to use your smoke bomb, what to guess. But for the most part, it's a very light, simple game, which will be a turnoff to some people. Another comment I have of this game is that if you have a bad sense of like depth perception and figuring out, how big the hole in the fence is, you're going to have struggles with this game. That's a minor nitpick, to be honest with you, and most of the nitpicks that I have of this game are going to be minor. Another comment I have of this game is that if you're hoping for something meatier, this one's definitely not going to be for you. As I mentioned, it's very light, it's very simple, and that's really all I have on the con side. As long as you go into this knowing that it's a light, simple family game, maybe in every once in a while, kind of, hey, tongue-in-cheek, lightweight filler game, I do think it fills that category as well, just because of how odd the game is. If you can get past that, moving on to the pros, Smugglers is a really fun family game, and I highly recommend this game. It's a great game for short bursts. It's not going to be the kind of game that you're going to want to play it over and over and over again, but this is the kind of game that you put on your shelf, you play it maybe once a month with your kids, you're going to have a blast with them. Also, this is the kind of game where you can play it with new gamers. I think this is a fantastic gateway game. It's very easy to learn. It's very easy to teach, which is a good thing. The components are absolutely top-notch. They got the cool little plastic board. They got this completely unnecessary picture of the boss's lair. The silly putty works very, very well. Everything about this game, production-wise, aside from the lack of a box insert, which is slightly annoying, is very, very well done, which is a big pro. I think it works as a family weight game, absolutely outstanding. I think you can play this with kids as old as, say, 6 years old. I played this with some 6-year-olds in my class. They really enjoyed it. I can't wait to play it with my son. And in the end, if you're in the market for a family weight game that plays 2 to 4, or the occasional lightweight filler game that you can bust out on a game night, just enjoy the novelty of the game, I think Smugglers is definitely one you might want to check out. That and the fact that I know it is currently dirt cheap on Amazon. I think I got this for like $7. It is well worth the money. I'd probably pay $15-20 for this, no problem. I know that I'm going to have a lot of fun in the future with this with my kids. I put it away in my classroom. They have a lot of fun with it. So that is Smugglers from Cosmos, one that I definitely can recommend. A lot of fun if you can get past the odd theming and odd game that is inside. If you enjoyed this video, please try to click on that subscribe button down below or in the comments below. Let me know. If you were going to smuggle things, would it be candy or would it be vegetables? Yeah, probably candy. Duh. But let me know in the comments below. Why would you smuggle one or the other? And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.